Hi guys, so in this video we will be solving climb stairs with variable jumps. So this problem is very much similar to the climb stairs problem. So let's first understand the problem, what the problem statement says. In the climb stairs problem, what the conditions was that we were initially on the 0th stair and we are required to print the number of ways via which we can reach to the top of the stair, that is nth stair, and we were allowed to take jumps of either 1 unit, 2 unit or 3 unit. That is either 1 unit, 2 unit or 3 unit. That is at each stair we were given only the options to take these three jumps. That is either we can take 1 unit, 2 unit or 3 unit jump. But this is where the difference is in this problem. Here we are given another array of integer, okay, where at each index there is an integer value which indicates that if we are on that particular stair, that is the number of jumps we can take. Okay, so suppose 0 1 2 3 4 at index number 2 5 is stored, then it means that if we are on the stair number 2, then we are allowed to take jumps of 5 unit, 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 and 5 also we can take, but we will exceed the destination, so we will not take those jumps. Okay, if but this value is not same for each jumps. Like each stair have a different number of jumps in this case. That's why the problem name is variable jumps. That is, in the earlier problem each stair has a constant jump. Like each stair we can take a jump of 1 2 or 3 unit, but in this case in this problem this is not the case. There can be case like suppose stair number 3 has a jump of 1 unit. That means if we are on a stair number 3, then we can take only jump of 1 unit. Okay, that is if we are on stair number 3, if we are on stair number 3, then we will be able to take jump of only 1 unit. We cannot take jump of any magnitude higher than 1 unit. Okay, so this is what the change in this particular problem is. Rest all the problem is same as the previous problem. Okay, so in this problem we are standing on the 0th stair and we have to give the number of ways via which we can reach to the top. And we will be having an integer array filled with some values. 3 to 9 indicates the number of jumps we can take if we are standing on that particular stair. Okay, and we have to tell how many jumps we can reach to the top of the stair. Okay, so how can we do this problem? Like it is the very much almost same as the previous problem. Like the way I have told you that if we are on the source station and we want to go to the destination station, we have some jumps allowed, suppose k, or suppose for now, yeah, k jumps. So I can go to stair number, if I'm on stair number 1, I can go to stair number of 2, 3. If I take a jump of 1 unit, I will go to 2. If I take a jump of 2 unit, I will go to stair number 3. If I take a jump of 3 unit, I will go to stair number 4. So on. If I take a jump of k unit, I will reach to stair of k number 1. Okay, I can reach to only these points. At max, I can reach to only these points, but I want to go to the destination. Then in the last problem, I show you this diagram that if I can go to these intermediary substations, that is substation 1, substation 2 and substation 3. Okay, I can go to only these points, but these points know the way to reach to the destination. Then I can also go to the destination. How can I go? I will go to station number 1, then I will ask this guy, how can you go to destination? He will tell me follow this path and I will also reach to the destination. I will go to station number 2, I will choose this path. So my total number of paths will be same as the total number of paths for the station 1. Okay, same for station number 2 and same for station number 2. Station number 2, I can use these two paths. Same in case of station number 3, I can use these two. So okay, so what we have to do is that we have to take the jumps which we can take, and our answer will be the sum of the ways of our substations. What I mean by that is, I can take a jump of, suppose I can reach to 2. I can take a jump of 2 unit, I will reach to 2. I will ask 2, how many ways are there from you to reach the top? And 2 has a option of unit of 5 unit jump. 2 says us that there are many, one way from me to reach to the top is that take a jump of directly 3 unit and reach to the top. So my way, what my way will be? My way will be that I am on the 0th step. I take a jump of 2 unit, I reach to the second step. Then I take a jump of 3 unit and I reach to the 5th step. And this is the destination. So I reach to my destination. This is one way. Another way can be like I am on 0th, I take a jump of 2 unit, I reach to 2 stair. 2 says me to take a jump of 2 unit. So again I take a jump of 2 unit, I reach to the fourth stair. Okay, and fourth stair has 9 ways. So from fourth stair again I take a jump of 1 unit and reach to the fifth point. This is the destination point. So this is also one way. Okay, so we have to calculate these ways. So let's first try to get a recursive intuition for this problem. Then we will try to think of it in terms of the tabulation, and then we'll try to code it in the using the tabulation way. Okay, so suppose I am on the function of n, so and there will be an integer array which jumps, which indicates the jumps. Okay, so what will I do? Like, suppose what I can write a for loop here, like for loop I equal to 1, I less than equal to jumps. Suppose I'm currently at the stair number index, integer index. So what I will do is that I will jumps of index, I will increment the counter. Suppose jumps of, I'm currently at the third stair. Suppose, okay, I'm currently at the 0 1 2 3 fourth and fifth stair, and third stair suppose it has a value of 5. So what will happen is that this for loop will be something like this: for I equal to 1, I less than equal to 5 plus plus I. But we cannot write directly like this because we don't know how many jumps are allowed at this particular stair. So we have to write it using jumps of index. Index is the stair number at which currently I am standing. Okay, so because each state has a variable number of jumps, so we will have to use this jump array. And each time what I will do is that I will make a variable answer is equal to 0. Answer is nothing but answer is total ways, that is a total number of ways to reach to the destination. Each time I will check if, that is whatever jump I am taking, that is n minus of I, is greater than or equal to, or simply I can write that index plus of I is less than equal to n or not. I am in the third stair. I am allowed to take a jump of 5 units. So this loop will run for 5 times. So when I take a jump of 1 unit, then 3 plus 1 is less than equal to n, and that is 5 is true. 3 plus 2 is less than equal to 5 is true. 3 plus 3 is less than equal to 5 is not true. And when I take a jump of 3 unit, I will exceed the destination point. I will reach outside the destination point, and this is not desired. I do not want to go there since there is no jump in the backward direction, so I will never be able to reach the destination. So this particular jump is not useful for me, so I will not take those jumps, by taking which I will exceed the destination point. Okay, so I will not take this jump. Okay, so I will discard this jump. So that's why I am writing this particular condition, that if index plus I is less than equal to n, then I will add to my answer plus is equal to function of n, comma, this jumps array will be as it is, plus index plus of I. In this way, this is the recursive intuition for this particular problem. Now let's try to think this problem in terms of tabulation, and let's try to come up with a solution. Okay. Suppose that there will be two arrays will be given to us. Array number 1, which indicates the jumps which are allowed to take if we are at a particular location. Okay, and there will be one more array in which we will be storing the number of ways to reach the destination point. Okay, there will be one more array for that point. Let me make the arrays quickly. Yeah, suppose that we are allowed a jump of 1 unit from here, 2 unit, 4 unit, 1 unit, 3 unit, 2 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, and 1 unit. Okay, like in the previous problem, suppose we want to reach to the 7th stair, and we are already on the 7th stair. Okay, so how many ways are there to reach to the 7th stair? There is only one way, that is not to move anywhere else, just stay on that stair. Okay, so there is only one way to reach to the destination point from the destination point. So at the final answer, that is at the destination point, one will be stored. Okay, Now think of this particular stair. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me make me one more over here somewhere. Yeah, make one more over here. Okay. Yeah. So now let's try to solve this. Now we are reached to the, this is the ninth stair. We want to reach to the ninth stair. Okay. Now number of ways to reach from eighth stair to the ninth stair. Suppose there here five options are allowed. Here five options are allowed. Okay. So if we are on the eighth stair, we can take a jump of 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit, and 5 unit. Okay. If I take a jump of 1 unit, I will reach to 9. I will ask the ninth stair that how many ways are from you to reach to the destination. It will say that there is only one way, so it will return me 1. Okay. Now if I take a jump of 2 unit, I will reach to 10th point, and the 10th stair is exceeding the destination point, so I will not go to this particular stair. I will discard it. If I take a jump of 3, I will reach to 11. I will discard it. If I take a jump of 4, I will reach to 12. I will discard it. If I take a jump of 5, I will reach to 13. I will discard it. So the total number of ways for 8th stair to reach 9th stair is only 1. Okay. So I will write 1 in place of 8th. Okay. Now let's try to find it for how many ways are there for the 7th person. Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is the 9th stair. Okay. Now for 7th, suppose here it is 2. Now for 7th, 2 jumps are allowed. If I take a jump of 1 unit, I will reach to 8. If I take a jump of 2 unit, I will reach to 9th stair. I ask the 7th, if I take a jump of 1 unit, I reach to 8th stair. I ask this guy, how many ways are from you to reach the destination? 8th stair says me there is only one way. So it returns me 1. Okay. I take a jump of 2 unit, I reach to 9th stair. I ask the 9th stair guy. It says me one way, that's not to go anywhere else. The total number of ways for 7 will be 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. Let's see what are those ways. Suppose this is the stair. I am on the 7th stair. So I take a jump of 1 unit, I reach to the 8th stair. I ask this guy, he says me there is only one way, that is to take a jump of 1 unit from me to reach the 9th way. So the path for 7 will be take a jump of 1 unit, reach 8, take a jump of 1 more unit, reach 9. This is one path. Okay. Another path for 7 will be take a jump of 2 unit, reach to 9th position. 9th guy will say to stay there only, not to move anywhere else. This is the path. So the another path for 7 is from 7 take a jump of 2 unit, reach to 9th point, which is destination. So these are the two ways which are over here. That is 1 plus 1, one using the path of 8, one using the path of directly 9. The total number of ways for 7 are 2, and these two are the ways. Okay. Now let's try to find for 6th. From 6 there is only one jump allowed. Okay. So from 6, if I take a jump of 1 unit, I reach to 7. From 7, I asked how many ways are there from you to reach to the 9th. 7 says me that there are 2 ways. So for number of paths for 6 is also 2 ways. Now let's see what are those paths. So if we are on the 6th, I take a jump of 1 unit, I reach to 7th position. 7 says there are 2 paths, and those 2 paths are either take a jump of 1 unit, reach to 8, and take off one more jump and reach to 9th position. So the one path for 6 is that take a jump of 1 unit, reach to 7, take a jump of 1 unit, reach to 7, again take a jump of 1 unit, reach to 8, again take a jump 1 unit, reach to 9. And we have already calculated the path of 7, the 2 paths for 7, and I am using these 2 paths over here again. Okay, that is from this point I am getting the path of 7. Okay, just now we have solved the path for 7, so I am reusing that path for showing the path for 6. Okay, another path for 6 is that that 7 will told that instead this time you came to me take a jump of 2 unit instead of taking 1 unit jump. So this time 6 will take a jump of 1 unit, it will reach to 7. From 7 it will take a jump of 2 unit, it will reach to 9, and this is the destination point. So this is also a way. So these two are the ways for 6. Okay. So now let's calculate the answer for 5. For 5 there are two ways, means there are two jumps allowed for 5. Okay, so let's see how many ways are there from 5. So from 5, if we take a jump of 1 unit, we will reach to 6. If I take a jump of 2 unit, we will reach to 7. So 6 will return there are two ways, 7 will return there are two ways. From here we can see, so total number of ways for 5 will be 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4. So for 5 there will be 4 ways. Similarly, we can calculate for 4. For 4 there are 3 jumps are allowed. So from 4, if we take a jump of 1 unit, we will reach to state number 5. If we take a jump of 2 unit, we will reach to state number 6. If we take a jump of 3 unit, we will reach to state number 7. So now 5 will say there are 4 paths, so it will return 4. 6 will say there are 2 paths, so it will return 2. 7 will say there are 2 paths, so it will return 2. So total number of paths for 4 are 4 plus 2 plus 2, that is 8. So for 4 there will be 8 paths. Okay, and so on we can move from right to left, and we will be able to fill the number of paths for each of the steps. Now let's see what is stored at a particular index. Okay, so at index number 5, what is stored? It is stored that number of ways from 5th stair to destination. Okay, similarly at third index, at 7 index, what is stored? Number of paths from 7th stair to destination. At third, what will be stored? Number of paths from third to destination. At 0th, what will be stored? Number of paths from 0 to destination. And what was asked in the question? Number of paths from 0 to destination. So after calculating, that is after filling this array, what we need to print? We need to print TP of 0, since at TP of 0, the name of this array is TP. Since at TP of 0, what is stored? Number of paths from 0 to destination is stored. Okay, so after filling this array, we will print TP of 0. Okay, now let's try to code this problem, and let's see whether our intuition which we developed is correct or not. Okay, so what we have to do, let's make a scanner object, new scanner, system.in, then we are given an integer n, that is the number of stairs. Let's take input for that, and we are given the number of jumps allowed for each stair. So let's take input for that. Let's make an array of size n. Let's take input in this array, less than n plus plus I, array of I. Let's take input in that. Okay, now for calculating the answer, we will have to make a DP array. As I have told you that number of ways to reach destination point from destination is only 1. So our DP of n will be 1. Now for rest of the things, we can make the loop, that for rest of the paths, we will make the loop minus I for integer j equal to 1, j less than equal to array of I, j plus plus. So what are we doing here in this particular loop? In this loop, what are we doing? Let me write. Since at each array we are given an array, and at each stair some different number of jumps are allowed, here 3, here 2, so we don't know that value, so we are using array of I. We can take either, if here 5 is stored, here 2 is stored, so we can take a jump of either 1 unit or 2 unit. Here 3 is stored, so we can take a jump of 1 unit, 2 unit and 3 units. So that is what is stored. We will start from 1 and we will jump till the allowed value for that particular jump. Okay, that many steps we can take since we are given an array. So we are using this for loop to calculate, to take the number of allowed jumps. Okay, and one more thing we need to write over here. I have told you that we have to not to take those jumps which are not of our use, that is, that are exceeding the destination. Okay, so suppose if I am at a highest index, okay, and I take a jump of j unit, so this jump is useful for me only if I plus j. If I am ith unit and I take a jump of 1 unit, I will reach to I plus 1. If I am on I unit, I take a jump of 2 unit, I will reach to I plus 2. Okay. So if I am on I and I take a jump of j unit, so I will reach to I plus j. And this jump is useful for me only if I plus j is less than or equal to n, that is our destination point. If it is greater than the destination point, it is exceeding the destination point, then this jump is not useful for me. So I will not take this particular jump. So I need to make a check over here that if I plus j is less than equal to n, then only I will take this jump, else I will not take this jump. Okay, so let's write this check also in our condition. Okay, so we will write here that if this is true and one more condition that I plus j is less than or equal to n, then only we will take this jump. Then our answer will be dp of I will be sum of the jumps which we are taking. Number of ways we can, whatever stair we are reaching, we can add that in our answer. After calculating this, what we need to print is that we need to print dp of 0. Okay, now let's check whether we have done everything correctly or not. We have taken the input for n, we have taken the n numbers, that is the number of jumps. We have made dp array, initialize the last destination point with 1. This outer loop is correct, this inner loop is correct, addition part is correct. Okay, let's try to run it, see whether we have done correct or not. We have done right. Let's try to submit it, whether we are passing all test cases or not. Let's see that we are passing all the test cases, so our solution is correct. I hope you guys would have understood the solution.